All right, y'all, we are back for our third player preview series interview with Mike Daum. Mike, it is a pleasure to have you on here talking Sideline Cancer, talking TBT, Italy, Spain, everything in between. I've actually interviewed you 3 times. This will be the third time, and the first time without the Lockdown Hawkeyes. So I appreciate you coming on, man. How are you doing, bud?
I'm doing very, very well. Excited to be on and chat with you today, and then super excited for everything coming up.
Yeah, man. It's when I found out you're going to be on Sideline Cancer, I was pretty pumped. Excited to be able to interview you again, man. You're overseas still in Italy, though. How many? Where are you at in your playoff series right now?
Yeah, so we actually just had our first playoff game last night. Tough loss, but we turn around and we play them again tomorrow. We're playing against Venice, so a Euro Cup team, really, really good. But yeah, this first round is a best of 5 series. So second game is tomorrow, and then the next day we travel to Venice. So we need to definitely get a win tomorrow and make sure we at least push to a game 4.
Yeah, where are you at in Italy?
The town is called Tortona. It's about 45 minutes south of Milan, if anyone knows geography. But Milan's kind of right in the middle of the upper part of the boot of Italy. So we're pretty central right in the country.
Yeah. Have you been to Venice before? I'm assuming yes.
Well, yeah, when we played there, the thing is we don't actually play in Venice. You
play on like the actual mainland, not the island.
Maestra is the name of the city that they actually play in. But no, I've actually never been to Venice specifically, but I hear it's amazing.
Yeah, it's an interesting city for sure, man. Definitely interesting. It does shock you, like the airport and everything, like the trains. It's all not in Venice, and you have to take like another bus to like kind of get into actual Venice. Like, what is going on here? But well, cool, man. Well, good luck to you on that. Obviously, you joined Sideline Cancer, which is super exciting. I want to talk to you a little bit about TBT though. This will be your 3rd year playing TBT. You played 2 years with the Illini. How is your experience? What has your experience been like so far in the TBT? What has been the most memorable experience? What have you learned about it? All that stuff.
Yeah, my experience has been absolutely amazing. I've been asked to play in the TBT, I swear, since I was in college. And I remember thinking to myself, like, no, I'm not going to play in the TBT. And I don't think I could have because of college eligibility things like that. And then my first year out playing with House of Paign, the Illini guys, Mike Daum just hit me up, and it was obviously the COVID year, so it was the bubble year. And I would definitely say that that's kind of been like my most memorable TBT experience so far, just because it was a very, very unique situation. I just got back from Spain. Like, I finally made it back to Spain. And then I remember talking to Mike Daum in the airport. He was like, bro, like, we got to get you out here to play. And to me, I was just thinking, coming from Spain that year, we finished the season and I didn't play basketball for, I don't know, 2 or 3 months, something like that. So to be able to see that the TBT was like, all right, we're doing it. Like, we're going to take all the precautionary steps to make sure that we can play basketball games, COVID tests, things like that. I was just super excited at the chance to be able to play live basketball during such a crazy period of time. And I remember reading it that the TBT was the first live sports on television in like 4 months, something like that. So that was kind of an exciting factor too for me, just because I have tons of friends and family that they don't get to really follow my overseas season as much, and then for them to be able to watch me play live on ESPN was amazing. But that first year in the bubble was such a crazy experience. You're locked up each day, you're allowed to go straight to the gym, shoot around, come back, and then you play the games. And obviously we had an incredible tournament run that year. We would have loved to have gotten past the Flyers. We lost to the Dayton TBT team. Fantastic squad that they had that year too. So, and then into my second year, obviously kind of an opposite story. We're the number 1 seed, and then we get bumped first round. So it's kind of on both spectrums of having an amazing TBT run to having a bad start to the TBT. But the experience is definitely one of a kind. Obviously it's different from professional basketball, but there's so much money on the line. I mean, guys are going for it. They're playing hard. Teams are assembled, obviously, to win the money at the end. And then on top of it, you have, I just remember the fun sponsors like EJ Brandy and taking shots after winning that first game, that first year in the bubble. And things like that is just unique. and you know, you're just so involved with everything that's going on. It's professional, but in a different way, if that makes sense. You know, it's just kind of you can enjoy everything that's going on. You know, you take care of yourself and handle yourself, but at the end of the day, you know, you're there to try to win money. But no, my TBT experience is definitely been one that I feel like it just gets better each year. And it just makes me more and more excited, you know, each summer to come home to be able to play live basketball against, you know, a lot of top players that are still playing this game.
Yeah, that's awesome. I remember when I talked to you the first time, you were doing like hill workouts with your girlfriend, like trying to do stuff outside, right? Am I remembering that correctly?
No, yes, you're spot on.
Okay.
I had to fly in because I actually flew into Portland to quarantine with my girlfriend that first year because my mom's work, she couldn't be near me, so I couldn't really go home. And of course at the time, you know, COVID was so crazy, everyone was freaking out about it. And thank goodness for my girlfriend's family and just kind of let me crash. I think I ended up crashing in Portland at her place for like almost a month. But yeah, I mean, she was kind of my personal trainer during that whole time. And yeah, we were running hill sprints, and she had me in the weight room and she was coaching me up. So I got to give a big shout out to her for keeping me in shape going into that first TBT.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Well, dude, I don't know if I can't remember if I told you this, but I remember House of Paign was playing. I was on a boat in like Lake Austin in Texas, and I was like, I had a lot of money on you guys, and you pulled it out, and I was like, hell yeah, this is gonna be a good day. Like my buddy had money on you, so like we were celebrating on the boat. So I appreciate that. The second year, I put money on House of Paign, and that was unfortunate, but nevertheless, I forgive you, man. It's all good. No,
Appreciate that.
yeah. I'm sure you're like, cool. I really give a crap. No, but it's always been fun betting on those games. Well, cool, man. So obviously you had a lot of fun in the TBT. What are you most looking forward to playing with Sideline Cancer this year?
I think the biggest thing I'm looking forward to is just the veteran group of guys. You know, obviously Sideline Cancer is a team that's been in the TBT for a long time now, and they, you know, they know what it takes and understand what it takes to win games. They've been in the championship game before, and you just have a group of guys who obviously are true to the core. They've been with Sideline Cancer for a long time now, and I think that's one of the keys to winning TBT is just having a group of guys who are so unselfish, and at the end of the day, you got to do whatever it takes to win. And I think that's what Sideline Cancer does. And obviously I know a couple of the guys that I'm going to be playing with that I'm super, super excited to team up with. And I just think that the whole experience is going to be kind of different from House of Paign to, you know, these guys. House of Paigns, you know, they were new when I was with them, and now I'm going to kind of a veteran squad and veteran club with TBT and Sideline Cancer. So it's just something that I'm looking forward to, is kind of the leadership of them already doing it before, and me just trying to, you know, bring as much additional help as I can when I play for them.
Yeah, you mentioned in one of your interviews about doing the pick and roll with Marcus Keene. Is there any guys you're really excited about playing with outside of like Marcus, for example?
It's tough to say. I mean, obviously, I would say I'm excited to play with everyone. But everyone, you know, Marcus Keene is kind of been that dude in the TBT for the last couple of years. So I'm really, really looking forward to playing him. But no, I think the whole squad is just so fantastic. I mean, watching them every single year, they're just a group of unselfish dudes, and that's one thing that gets me super excited, because I just love being a part of, you know, a group of guys that at the end of the day, you just want to win, and that's what it takes to win the money. So I would say, you know, specifically, no, I'm just looking forward to playing with everyone on the team.
Absolutely, man. So let's talk a little bit about your European experience. So you played 3 years now overseas. You played twice in Spain and now a year in Italy. What's the difference between the two leagues? Is there any major differences in your opinion?
The two leagues is in the NBA and here, or the TBT?
No, like the Liga and whatever you is the Liga
Spain
or Italy?
Okay. Spain and Italy, gotcha. No, my bad. No, yeah, with the two, I don't know. It's tough to say, because European basketball, I feel like as a whole is very similar. You know, because they're all under the FIBA rules. So there's things here and there that are different from the United States. But between the ACB and then Liga basketball over here in Italy, I would say the ACB in Spain is more of a defensive league, and the schemes there are a little more complicated than over here in Italy, where Italy, and I've heard this from multiple people too, they say the same. Italy's more of a scoring league. They let guys get out and run and score and push the ball more, where you have, a lot more defensive schemes and things to stop guys, and you'll find lower scoring games in Spain for sure. But the pace is definitely, it's up there. It's fast. Both leagues are super, super fast. And I don't know. Both leagues have been honestly amazing to play in. And I wouldn't say the differences have been anything too crazy.
Yeah. And so what's next on the horizon for you? You want to stick around in Italy for another year? Looking to go to another country? What's your plan, man?
As of right now, I actually don't know. Me and my agent have been in touch. So I'm not sure if I'm going to stay in Italy. I'm not sure if maybe I try to do something with Summer League, or maybe I look at getting to a different country. But as of right now, I'm kind of just focused on getting that playoff win tomorrow to keep the team alive here. But no, I wherever, whatever, I can't complain. Obviously for me to just be able to play basketball for a living is a blessing. So whatever ends up happening at the end of each year, I'm just super, super grateful to be playing this sport.
Yeah, I knew you weren't going to answer that question, but I had to ask the question nonetheless. So I appreciate the very PC answer there. As far as being in Italy, have you gotten a chance to do any touristy things, do anything fun out there?
Touristy, no, I haven't, because all my free weekends, I actually spent traveling to Athens, Greece, to visit my girlfriend, who was playing professional volleyball for Olympiacos. So all the weekends that kind of my friends and buddies went to Venice, went to Rome, things like that, I was over visiting my girlfriend. So, and it was fun. It was fun doing that. I got to see a lot of amazing things in Athens, but in Italy specifically, the only thing I guess that I'd say I've done is we have a very, very cool wine sponsor in Tortona here, and this guy Marco Volpi, he runs this huge winery, and he and I have become very good friends, and I've drinking many bottles of his wine. But I was able to go to his winery, see kind of the whole process, go out to the vineyard, look at how they pick grapes, and it was just a crazy thing to learn about. I feel like I've learned more about wine in this, the first 2 months I was here than my entire life. I wouldn't say I'm a wine connoisseur, but I definitely can pick up some things now about wine than probably the average person can't. But no, I really haven't done any touristy things. I'm hoping that maybe I can do some in the future, maybe even right after the end of the season, depending on what's going on. I can hit a few spots in Italy.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot of wine hotspots in Nebraska or even Iowa for my sake. So I think that's fair, man. Or even I can't imagine South Dakota has a ton of very
No,
good wineries.
no.
Also, you say it like so sad. Like I haven't been able to visit a lot of spots in Italy because I'm going to Athens, Greece. Not a lot of people have that as like the option of what they decided to not do touristy things for. Athens, Greece is a pretty cool place too. So definitely jealous, nonetheless, with that, man. So since you played in the TBT 2 years, which has been the toughest team you faced? And then also, are you looking forward to potentially facing your old House of Paign teammates?
Yeah, the toughest team in TBT. It's so hard to say because every team you play against is so unique, and has some crazy guys. The toughest team we've probably played was Carmen's crew. That roster has been loaded each and every year, and those guys are veterans, and they've obviously all played in the tournament, and so I would say that's definitely the toughest. But that Flyers team that we played against too, those guys, they were just some dogs. Like they just went out, played hard, and they kind of kicked our butt the year they beat us. So those are those are pretty much the only two teams that I've really played against, and then obviously the underdogs or whatever they were last year. But every year it's like the teams are good, and they're super, super tough to play against. And then of course, yeah, if we meet up with House of Paign at any time in the TBT, obviously it'll be tough just because those guys have become such close friends of mine now, and we still stay in touch. and then talking to Mike LaTulip and those boys. So if we get the chance, whatever happens. But it would be pretty cool if we were to meet them in the TBT.
Absolutely, man. So we're gonna redirect a little bit outside of basketball. It's kind of outside of your basketball career. As far as I know, I believe you sponsor some basketball teams, correct? Some youth basketball teams.
Yes. I actually, my AAU coach and I have created an AAU program, 24MD Team Daum, and it's something that my AAU coach brought to me in the summertime, and I was on board. I pretty much was like, wow, this is amazing to be able to have my last name on these kids' jersey, and then just being able to help them reach the next level of basketball, of playing, that sport. And it's been something that's been really, really incredible to watch. I don't know. It's just been amazing. And we have 3 or 4 teams. We have a 17s, 16s, 15 boys, and then we have like a 16s, 15s, 14s girls teams too. So just being able to watch some of the guys that I work out with in the summer, just because my AAU coach is always like, let me know when you want to work out. And then he'll throw in the young guys with me. And it's awesome just because I love to, show them what it takes to move on to the next level, what you need to do, the specifics, the little details. So for me to watch them succeed at that and have, Division I offers, Division II offers, Division III offers coming in to kids in the program. And I think my AAU coach just told me the other day, they're ranked like 4th in the state of Colorado right now for AAU teams. So the club is doing absolutely amazing. And it's something that is a huge part of my life now. And I'm excited to, continue that journey with them as I continue to grow older too.
That's amazing, man. I mean, see, just even like you talking about, like you're like, I didn't even finish. You like eyes lit up. You're like, oh, let's talk about this. I am pumped. That's super cool. Is it fun to be able to like work with them? And do you feel like it's given back to you as much as like it's almost given to them?
For sure, 100%. For me, at the end of the day, doing this I could care less if there's any sort of profit at the end of the day. For me, the biggest profit is just watching these kids fill out their dream, and that's pretty much my dream. I just want to help these kids reach the next level, or whatever that is, of playing AAU basketball and continuing into college or whatever they want to continue in life. But that's the biggest reward, 100%. It's amazing for me, especially to be able to go home in the summertime and interact with so many of them. I love it because I'm still just like a goofy 15, 16-year-old kid at mind. And I feel like that's just how I'm going to be at heart, no matter how old I get, is just helping these kids realize, it's a fun sport. It takes a lot of hard work and dedication, but if you're willing to put in the work, the results will come for sure, and you'll have success. So it's definitely very rewarding for me to watch these kids continue their success.
Yeah, that's super awesome, man. Well, yeah, I saw you retweet something about that, so I want to make sure I gave you some time to talk about that. What is your plan after your basketball career?
Oh, this is a tough question for me. I would say I'm a very in the moment kind of guy, kind of a day by day, just try to live in the moment the best I possibly can and not look too forward to the future. But once basketball is over for me, I mean, obviously I feel like I got to stay involved somehow. Basketball's become my life. It's become so much of a part of me that if I'm just done one day, I can't just forget about it. So I feel like I'm going to do something very involved. A lot of it is going to depend on where I'm at, living in the United States, possibly coaching. Maybe I would love to be able to hop on and be a sports broadcaster too. That's one thing that I enjoy, being in front of the camera. I enjoy talking to people. I enjoy analyzing things. So any sort of opportunity like that would be amazing, but coaching and we'll see. We'll see what happens in the future. I don't know, but I would love to. Anything that involves basketball, I'll be more than happy to do.
I love that, man. Yeah, you got to get that Tom Brady money, that $33 million a year. I mean, that the sportscasting can pay.
If I was getting that, I think I'd be done right now.
You're like, I quit basketball. I'll take 33 mil. We call it good. Yeah.
No, we're good. Yeah, we're good. We're good.
That's awesome. So if you had to pick a place to settle down in the United States, where would it be at? Or if you had to pick a place in Europe, where would it be at?
Oh, those are tough questions. I really enjoy my girlfriend's from Portland. I really, really enjoy Portland. I think it's a really nice place. At the same time, I love Texas. My parents have had this house in South Texas for a while, since over 13 or 14 years now. So I don't know. I love Texas. Anywhere in Texas, San Antonio, Austin, Houston. I would love to be in Texas. And plus, I think Texas is like a mecca for basketball. Just one, because of the size of the state, and two, the tournaments that we've played there, and I see how many guys come from Texas who go to huge places and end up in the NBA. So I think that's definitely a place that I could see myself settling down, or possibly even Phoenix, Arizona. Phoenix is where my trainer is, there, where I go to pretty much spend the summers with him, and I just love it. I think Phoenix is like kind of a young community, and I know my girlfriend loves it there. So kind of 3 different places that I could see myself settling in. And overseas, that's a tough question. Definitely has to be someplace warm. Maybe one of the coastal cities of Italy. I'm not sure. I also loved Spain. Malaga, Spain is an incredible spot on the water, and it's super warm there year round. Or even one of the islands, Gran Canaria, Tenerife. There's a lot of amazing places overseas, and I'm still hoping that I get to do a little bit more traveling, so I can, broaden my spectrum, and hitting Paris, maybe hitting Amsterdam, hitting some other places that a lot of people visit. But no, I wouldn't really know overseas if I would settle down somewhere.
That's fair, man. Yeah, Phoenix, Portland, and Texas are quite different vibes of all three.
Very.
Yeah, you get a different vibe regardless of where you go. Texas is crazy. So obviously, I've been talking to some of the Sideline Cancer guys to get them on and do the interviews and stuff, and it feels like half of them are in Texas currently. I was just talking to Marcus Keene. He's in Texas. Tony Crocker's down in Texas. He's playing basketball with half of those guys down in Texas. So you're absolutely right. I don't know a whole lot about Texas basketball, but it does seem like a lot of the guys are down there playing hoops and whatnot. And all my family's from Phoenix, so I love Phoenix. So totally get that as well. Well, cool, man. Just a couple easy superlative type questions for you. What is your favorite superhero, or who is your favorite superhero?
My favorite superhero is Spider-Man. Ever since I was a little kid, my mom got me the Spider-Man foam fingers, and then I had the Spider-Man like silly string web shooters. I had those since I was like 6 or 7 years old. I'd make my mom go to the store, buy me 20 cans of silly string. And I don't know why, ever since then, we have one super small movie theater in my hometown I don't even know if it's still up and running anymore. I don't think it is. It closed for a while I was in high school, but I remember seeing the first 2 Spider-Man movies at that theater with Tobey Maguire, the classics, and he's for sure, ever since then, Spider-Man is my guy.
I love that, man. So Tobey, Andrew Garfield, or Tom Holland, which is your guy?
I would say Tobey Maguire is my guy, but Tom Holland is definitely the best Spider-Man in my opinion. It depicts Spider-Man as most accurate as possible, but for me, Tobey Maguire is the OG, and he's who's in my heart.
All right, Andrew Garfield not getting any love there at all, but I would agree with Tom Holland.
He was good. He was good.
All right, I'm assuming you've seen the latest Spider-Man 2 with the 3 of them, right?
Of course.
Yeah. Did you like that? With all 3 of them?
I did. I actually did. I really enjoyed it. I've been huge into Marvel lately, and I've been like blasting. I think I literally have Doctor Strange on in the background right now, and I'm watching that. So I'm blasting through everything again, and I'm sure I'll make it round to Spider-Man maybe in a couple of weeks. But no, I thought that movie was really, really good, and I enjoy how they're tying all of these Marvel characters in their own separate movies in together, which is obviously something that when they created that first Spider-Man, there's no way they had the vision of bringing Tobey Maguire back, and I love it. I absolutely love it.
I'm actually shocked they were able to get both of them back, but that I've never felt so depressed like walking out of a theater after watching that movie. Like, just Tom Holland, it just seems like such a nice guy, and then to have him like just no one knows about, like, actually felt sad. I'm like, Andrew, this is not like, this is a movie. Stop. But I was like legitimately upset about how they ended that piece. So it'll be interesting to see what they do next with him. All right, what is your favorite like to go to song before a game?
Go-to song before a game. This is a tough question. Everything rotates for me, but I got to stick. I actually said this when I was doing the 3-point shooting contest in college. I wouldn't say it's a song, but I would say that the band is The Fray. I got to hit The Fray before a game. I don't know why. A couple of songs, How to Save a Life. I can't even think of the couple other ones that I would sing before games, but no, The Fray is definitely like a go-to band that I'll put on before a game.
That might be one of the more unique answers I'll ever get. I appreciate that. Yeah, appreciate the honesty there. So, things to do outside of basketball. What is your favorite thing to do outside of basketball?
Probably play video games. My girlfriend gets on me a lot because I'm always on video games, but I love Call of Duty. I love computer video games. I'm a nerd. I still play this game called RuneScape, which was big like back in 2000s, like 2001. I still play that. But no, video games is definitely like probably outside of basketball. And then honestly, I love to play ping pong. So I have my manager on the team here has a ping pong table. We've played a couple times, and I got to rematch him because surprisingly he was very good.
I feel like that's not like your reach has to be just so ridiculous. You could pretty much get anything.
No, and that's where I have a huge advantage. I put a little spin on the ball, and then my reach is incredible. So it definitely gives me an advantage.
Yeah, dang, I would not want to play you in ping pong. All right, and what is your favorite food item?
This is tough. Okay, I'm going to give you 3 because I have a hard time narrowing it down. But grilled cheese, love it. Absolutely. Grilled cheese, tomato soup, love it. Burgers, and then French fries. I just any kind of burger, any kind of French fry. Put cheese, bacon on the French fries. Burgers, love them. The fried egg and some onions. Yeah, no, those 3 things go to meals for sure.
I can get down with that. So I have to ask you, I went to a restaurant on Friday. I ordered a grilled cheese out the happy hour. Like, grilled cheese sounds good. They brought it out. It was just loaded with onions. There was no mention of onions on that grilled cheese. Would that upset you?
Absolutely not. I am a unique guy, and it's funny you say onions because I could eat an onion like an apple. And I get made fun of overseas here because everywhere we go, I always ask. I was like, "Can I get some diced onions on the side, please?" I add them to everything except like breakfast food. So I would have devoured it, and I would have been so happy. It would have been a pleasant surprise for me.
Man, all right. Man, I don't know how to respond to that. No one likes onions, but you're like, let me eat that like an apple. All right. Last question for you. The most important question of the day. Do you like pineapple on your pizza?
Oh my gosh. If anyone on my team right now, the coaching staff, if I said yes to this question, they would look at me like I'm the craziest guy. And it's funny, I've actually all the time I say, because the team is always messing around, I say, can we get some pizza with pineapple on it? And they say, oh my gosh, pizza with pineapple. Yeah, terrible, terrible. You stupid American, have no idea. And I'm like, you guys can't knock it until you try it. So I'm saying yes, pineapple on pizza is very good.
I was not expecting that as an answer. I love that, man. Mike, as always, it's a pleasure talking to you. Anything you want to say out to the Sideline Cancer family and fans that will be listening to this?
Yeah, I just want to show, my gratitude, my thankfulness. I'm super, super excited to be able to play for such an amazing organization. I have actually people in my life, not specifically with pancreatic cancer, but people who are affected by cancer in general. And obviously it just, for them, they saw it and they thought they were very excited, very happy. But no, I'm so excited to represent such an amazing organization. I'm so excited to just get out on the court with these guys, show the heart, the hustle, and hopefully, do something special this summer for sure.
Absolutely, man. Bring home that championship for Sideline Cancer. As always, Mike, I appreciate your time. I hope you have a fantastic night, and good luck in the playoff series, man.
Hey, Andrew, appreciate it.
I see you, buddy.